What's up, everybody? It's your girl, that's cherrygurljo, and I'm back with another video. It's Sunday, so you already know what time. It's time to recap. Alright, you know what we're talking about, so let's get into it. P Valley. They is just giving all the things this season. I don't even know where to start, so I'm just gonna jump right into it. They finally told us what we already know. Little Murder and that dude they got prison love, and now they got good. According to this last episode, they got their bro love. So of course they do what they do. He had his first of all, dude had a whole little breakdown. After he had his breakdown, Little Murder in there in the bathroom rapping. He was like, "Yo, what you doing in there, P?" But you can already tell something's about to happen because like when the dude was like P and Little Murder kind of like looked down and looked back up, and then he just like walked out, and then he like turned around like that. So you already know what was gonna happen. We already knew this was gonna happen. It was only a matter of time. You know, they got that prison love or whatever. So that happens, and then what's crazy is like Little Murder kind of wakes up in the morning. He was like, "Dad, this nigga ain't here." So like the whole time, dude was like sitting on the windowsill, just like looking at him, holding his postcard. Because you know, in a previous episode, everywhere he go, Little Murder sending these postcards to Uncle Clifford, right? So he kind of like looked at it. He was like, "Who is this?" On some jealousy that you my baby, so who is this? Who is this? What you got going on? And then like he kind of ain't say nothing. He was like, all this time you been out, you ain't never sent me no postcard. And he like grabbed his bag and walk out. And I thought, and it's crazy because like the song they had playing, I thought my guy was gonna leave like I ain't rocking with you no more. Like I'm a lone soldier. I'm not here on my own because clearly you don't got my back like I think you had my back. The whole time, all he did was grab his bag and go down to the car. Not to mention, the night before, a whole bunch of stuff happened. Before he went crazy, he scared Mississippi. You know, she be having no flashbacks to like her baby daddy or whatever, and like it was just like a whole lot of going on. So Mississippi manager wanted to fire him because he was like, "I don't want you to ever have to be scared like that no more." I feel like I just jumped over some of that stuff because, you know, not to mention, I go straight to the juice. But anyway, Gidget was there. She made like her little pop-up scene or whatever. But I thought the craziest, you know, Mississippi sent her back home or whatever. But it is what it is. It wasn't really too much going on with that. Speaking of not too much going on, DJ Never Scared is like on the radio now, so yeah, basic stuff. But yeah, so like we already knew it was gonna happen, but like, hey, it finally happened. Their prison love became the world love. Mwah. But anyway, yeah. So this it's not crazy because like the show kind of did what like most shows did with the whole code stuff and the George Floyd stuff. So it's like they tying that into the show. So Roulette or whatever her name, she be having flashbacks because apparently she had a brother or whatever who was kind of like in a similar situation with police brutality or whatever. So he was killed by the cops, and like she's having all these flashbacks, and Patricia's all over the internet, not up the internet, but she's on the TV doing what Patricia does. Yeah, so she was like, so it was a whole lot. I think I need to just back up and start from the beginning. Too late, we here now. Follow the chaos. So anyway, yeah, Patricia's doing what she's doing. Andre went back home to find out that his wife was cheating with another doctor, which was crazy because after he choked the other doctor out and kicked him out of the house, she asked Andre where his mask was, and then Andre asked him, "Well, where was your mask when you was his?" Which was a valid question, because baby, how you gonna ask me where my mask is and your mouth was just wide open? Where they do that at? And this whole time you been downstairs, the whole time he was there, but just as soon as the little doctor came up, I said, "You can come upstairs now." Yeah, okay. But yeah, she was cheating because she thought he was gonna come a week later. After he found that out, he basically told her, "I came back home to ask permission to run for mayor, but now it don't matter because I don't got nothing here left." So he went back, and then of course he went back and told Corbin or whatever, like, "I'm back. I'm gonna run for mayor." His goddaddy left him the house in the will. The baby mama was kind of mad. He got back home. They had took everything up out that house. Like, he didn't care because he, like I said, he gonna make that his headquarters. Now, so he called up the court. "Come to my new headquarters. Yeah, the house that my godfather left me." Even though he said I was dead to him, and he was petty to the end because his godfather, which was the first black mayor of Chattanooga, put in his will, "To my dead godson, I leave you the house. May you always have a place to rest your throne, your head," whatever he said. Petty boots. So anyway, yeah. Then once Andre got back, he was talking to Haley, and Haley was like, basically saying she always was going to sell the paint. She was just waiting for the right time. Uncle Clifford and Mercedes heard it, and they did what they would do. But which is ironic because like Haley's been sleeping there and nobody really knew, including Uncle Clifford, which he kind of like threw that back up in her face, like, "How you gonna try to sell something when you've been sleeping here?" And then Mercedes was like, "You say you were sleeping with her friend." Speaking of Mercedes, because they weren't really interested. We all know Haley is Haley. She do what she do. She basically in survivor mode, and she gonna stay that way till she feel comfortable. She's probably never gonna be a that because that man is gonna haunt her till her dying days. Mercedes thought she was getting a text from Coach. Come to find out, it wasn't Coach. It was Coach White, because they had a little back and forth. They kiki for a minute, and then like the wife said something that Mercedes didn't like. She was like, "I think you need to go because he gonna be here in a minute." And she was like, "He's not flying in, he's flying out. It was me who texted you." Baby girl done got a text to Mercedes, and then she went up for herself. Long story short, they did what they did. Mercedes woke up to the $10,000 on the dresser, even though Mama's looked like she was the one doing all the work. Miss Mercedes was just laid back. But that ain't my business. That's what they did. The paint got shut down again because of Toy. Toy get on my nerves. If she won't boo-booing on people in the first season, now she's sneezing all over the place. So you know how they supposed to be wearing masks or whatever. She comes up with the idea that, oh yeah, she's in her little mode, she's dancing, she's doing whatever. And the light-skinned chick who blew her in her divorce settlement in the first season, she comes back and she's like giving her a lap dance, and I guess she blowing alimony this time because she's like throwing all the money. Actually, she said it was her stimmy. That's what she said later on. So she was like throwing money, and like this lady had on a face shield and like 4 masks, and one by one they just taking them off of her. And then Toy sneezed in this lady's face. I was like, girl, you and your allergies, your sinuses, like you can feel when it's coming. She didn't try to turn her head like all in her face. This lady freaks out. She was like, I'm with the health department. It's shut down. And then so she just walking through or whatever. And then it was crazy because, like, you know how Uncle Clifford would be like, wear your mask, wear your mask, wear your mask. He was like, everybody got their mask, so you can't shut us down. But then, like, people was like, they wear the mask in there, and then they do what they do and slowly take them off. But anyway, so they got shut down. They had all these improvements and stuff that they needed to get done so that they can get back open up. And then it was like, wait a minute, I know you, when they're in the back with the rest of the dancers or whatever. And Uncle was like, you're the one who threw all your money for your divorce. And she was like, no, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. And then the other was like, nah, you the one who said that you cheated with his mama to get back at him, like a whole bunch of stuff. She was like, look, I'll take $11,000 off your fine, but that's the best I could do. Open up in 24 hours. Have it all done. So anyway, long story short, 24 hours later, they tried and they had like some connects to come through, but it just wasn't quite up to standard. And then Uncle Clifford was like, well, you know we can't afford that. She was like, look, I don't care what you gotta do. Just hurry up and open back up so I can finish spinning up my stimmy. Mama's ready to go back in there and throw the money. She is ready to give it all because they be having her in a trance. They like cocaine in her. Yep. And my predictions is Derek is gonna pop up out of somewhere. Is that pretty much all that happened? Oh. And nobody cares now. Of course, Corbin popped back up and doubled his offer, but Haley wasn't taking it because it's not $10 million like she wants. Okay, anyway. So, my predictions. The way Derek is blowing up Mercedes Mississippi phone, he gonna pop up somewhere. Oh, Diamond did come back to help too. And he got a thing for the new girl. I think they gonna get together. That's my prediction. Diamond gonna get with the new girl. Derek gonna choke out Mississippi. Prison Bay is gonna find out who Uncle Clifford is, and then that's gonna be a whole nother drama. I feel bad for Woody because he just stuck in the middle. I think Gidget might pop back up at the paint, especially when she find out her old boo there. Even though she blamed her for her mom's death, but you know, like, her mama drove her crazy anyway. She'll be I don't know. I can't wait. But they have this new law now for it's like a curfew at 8 o'clock. So I think personally that the tour that they're on, 12 City Tour, I think that's gonna get shut down, and then that's what's gonna make them have to go back to check them. And that's when the real drama, because Prison Bay is real jealous. He like a stop it. Anyway, so when they go back, I think that's when it's really gonna start up some drama, and I can't wait. This has been your recap for Sunday's show. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. This is just like real brief, the real overview, but you gotta watch it for yourself, babe, because it is giving, it is tea. And Miss Hot Girl Summer, when you gonna make a debut? Because we thought last week we thought you was coming this week. You still ain't made it. Alright, y'all be easy. Follow me on follow me everywhere out there on my IG is cherrygurljo. My everywhere else should probably be that cherrygurljo except for on my TikTok. That's cherrygurljo1, and I just hit 1,000. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.